call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. Hand off from the shotgun. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in on the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the 1st down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Clemson set up with another first down. The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
That's caught. It's Brown. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or two
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying, because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. Pressure coming. To the 15. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lyle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Trying play action. Looking deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Slithers into space. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Just keep slinging it. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking for space. It's Davidson. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Got him downfield. Smashes through the tackle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. The Canes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Brown. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Hurricanes have taken it inside the 20. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Barnett. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. look up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better...
There he goes! That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Got the 1st down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Hurricanes! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. The toss to the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I like the idea going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Finds him out of the backfield. He is denied side cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Got it in the middle, it's Carr. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Looking for the tie with the extra point. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looking for blockers. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Handoff from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback will keep it. Look out, he's got room. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
Toss to the outside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. That puts them on top here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Lyle. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Couldn't get the chains moved there, and now this fourth down is so important.
And it's getting so critical now in this fourth quarter. We got to make some plays. This is probably go time. And here's the thing. At least
makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He'll do it himself. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Miami. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air, it's Barnett. Pocket breaking down. Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're